Welcome to Cambodia Business Week. We have a returning guest today. I'm sure we want to talk about the real estate market. The skyline keeps changing every day, and we're just wondering how much more it's going to change and how prices are going to go. And there's nobody more delightful to talk to about that than Tom O'Sullivan, the CEO of realestate.com.kh. Welcome back, Tom.
Thank you very much for having me on again, Anthony.
Okay, it's your
Always
third time.
pleasure. It is. Yeah.
You are the first guest that's appeared 3 times.
Oh, wow.
That must absolutely say something.
Media straight. Thanks a lot. Wow, I do appreciate it. Yep.
It's a very relevant topic, and a lot of real estate developers, speculators, buyers are probably hopeful that you'll give them some insights to what's going on in the real estate market.
Yep, sure.
Now, you do that because you have this fantastic portal.
Yes.
Where people list properties, among other things.
Yeah, so our core business, we have a real estate portal, realestate.com.kh. For new listeners, it's a real estate portal that was founded by a Cambodian national in 2009. And my company, we got involved and invested in the business about 2.5 years ago. We've really grown it to be the number one place to find property in Cambodia.
Okay, so give us some idea of the features and the functions on the website. So if I was wanted a list or I wanted to get information, what's the type of information you have on the portal? Yeah,
so we work with private sellers. So if you wanted to lease your property out, you could log on to our website and upload your property, and then the user of the website could inquire about your property. We work with over 90% of the real estate agents in Cambodia now.
And do they list the properties on your portal as well?
They do, yes. So we work with the agents who sort of get the listings and go around and make the relationships with the property owners, and then the agents list on our site. And now working with over 90% of the agents, we have more property on our website than any other sort of website or newspaper or classifieds sort of website than any other if that makes sense.
That does make sense. Well, I guess if I was looking to lease my property or sell my property, how important is it to look at digital versus traditional media like the newspaper?
Well, it's just convenience, right? So in line with the developed world, in line with the internet, in line with people working more and working harder, and more people now in Cambodia are time poor. So traditionally you could drive around the street and you had time on a Sunday afternoon to look at multiple properties, and you looked for properties with signs on the front in the area that you wanted to lease or buy a property. Then classifieds and newspapers came about, and that made it a lot more convenient for the property seeker. But of course now, with I think over 1/3 of the population in Cambodia now has access to or uses the internet actively every day, and everyone seems to have a smartphone. So now the classifieds have sort of moved from the newspapers and print to be online. And so it's so easy now to access the internet via your phone and access our website, download our app, and look for your property. Now, after you've filtered through and inquired about properties that interest you, then you can go to the developer's office, or you can go to the real estate agent, and they will take you to those properties.
Okay. And is it more economical to look at a online listing versus a traditional media type listing?
You can definitely access more information. So properties on our new website now, you can not only look at the images, but 360-degree tours, video content.
360-degree tours.
Yeah, so
that's a great feature.
It is really. It's a fantastic feature, and our recent magazine profiles a lot of sort of real estate tech that's now available in Cambodia. So. And it's super powerful for international investors, for the developer, for the condo projects. So if someone's in Singapore looking to invest in Cambodia, they come onto our website, they can navigate to the new development section, and then they will see the images, the project images, the perspectives, of the development, but then they can also see the 360-degree tour. So they can walk around what would be the show flat and really imagine themselves living there or investing in that property. So it makes it more lifelike, more real. But then also video content as well, video interviews we have on our website, on the listings. Not only do we list the sort of overall property starting price, but also the price per square metre. And we're also now giving the users the ability to look at the project as an overview, but then look at the individual properties available to purchase within that building.
So now that you said you list the price per square meter, I got to ask the question, what's the trend in pricing in real estate?
Yeah, so the Phnom Penh, we haven't seen a rise per square meter for the condo market. It's probably more stagnant than it has been in the last few years. Everyone's expecting the rental market to decrease with the amount of units coming online in the next few years. But I haven't seen a huge decrease yet. In fact, if I'm looking to rent property or helping some of my friends trying to rent property at the moment, and some of the even recently finished buildings are full at the moment. But
where's it coming from? Is it? I think in a lot of the large Asian cities like Jakarta or Bangkok, Manila, you have still this migration from the provinces or from the countryside. People, really sort of centralizing in a city in a country. I think we're still mostly an agricultural society and a rural society. So who's buying these apartments?
Who's buying them or who's renting them, I guess, is two separate questions. But a lot of international investment.
I should have asked it, actually. So good.
That's all right. No.
You want to change seats?
No. So there is a lot of international investment in the condo market, especially if they're sort of starting price at above 100,000 US, or a lot of the BKK units or those sort of areas. But then you do have projects in Tul Kork, in BKK3, that Cambodians are buying and living and buying to live. So there's UK condo, for example, in Tul Kork, and over 90% of their buyers are actually Cambodian. Okay.
What about these bores?
In terms of the bore markets, it's still very strong. There's high demand.
Really? Yep.
High demand in the bore market.
Because people really prefer to have their own house.
Yeah, traditionally Cambodians really do prefer to live in landed property. Shop houses are extremely popular with local buyers. The dream of, living above the business that you're running, sort of downstairs, is very popular in Cambodia.
Okay, and how do you foresee the market going? Because there was a lot of talk from people that we had on the past that said it was 2018 was the magic year where we'd see a big drop.
Yeah, so we probably haven't seen the big drop yet, and in some parts of the market, I guess we say it may be coming. We sort of wait and see. But there's parts of the market that we think will remain strong. There's certain things that will affect the real estate industry for short periods of time, like the next year's election, for example. The low-end condo market we view, not low-end, but the cheaper condo market, we see there's huge demand at the moment. And then there's the sort of projects that are 150,000 and above that are selling, but probably slower than previously.
I think in traditional markets we're accustomed to taking mortgages. So this is a very important part of a real estate market. Is it easier nowadays to get a mortgage?
There are two more banks that I know of that weren't lending on condos a year ago that are lending on condos at the moment. But it's for the bore market, it's sort of easy to get finance for a local buyer.
Right.
It's harder to get finance for an international buyer. And some developers will do developer finance and things like that. But yeah, it's harder to get a loan for a property for an international buyer.
Okay, and you just upcoming.
Yeah.
If we go back a little bit, you had a great real estate show in Nagaworld. I think it was in
May.
May.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was a huge success and well attended with fantastic speakers. So there's another one coming, I guess, very quickly since May. I mean, it's four or 5 months, right?
Yeah, we didn't necessarily wanted to do another one so quickly, but after the last show, well, number one, we asked the exhibitors at the last show when their ideal time would be to do another one. And we also phoned and interviewed 90% of the people that attended the event. We asked what their favourite part of the event was and when they would like to attend another one. And they said within this year, so we decided to do it again in October.
And are the presenters, the developers, are they also saying let's do it again?
They are. So we have a lot of return developers,
Right.
but then we've expanded the space a little bit this time, so we can bring in more exhibitors.
Okay, and Tom, when is the date?
It's on October 6th and 7th.
Okay, is it open to the public?
Open to the public, yeah.
And are you going to have again a series of speakers?
Yeah, so with the way the Cambodian market is, and with the lack of sort of reporting, and there's a bit of uncertainty in the market, the speaking part, the seminars that we do, is what the people really want to come for.
Right.
So we've expanded our seminar sessions. Different to last time, we're going to have panel discussions, so open some questions up to the floor. And we've got some return speakers and then some really exciting new speakers as well. The seminar room is really a major focus for us. It was super successful last time and exceeded our expectations. And what we find and what we know now is local people and international investors are interested in the Cambodian market, but they want to make educated decisions. So they want to know the opportunities, but also the threats in the local market. They need to know about the tax implications, property ownership laws, what the high growth areas are. And so the Cambodia Real Estate Show really provides a platform for industry professionals to educate those buyers that attend the show.
And I guess foreigners, expats,
Yep.
Watching this video would be very curious. Is it very easy to own property as a foreigner?
As a foreigner, it's very easy to own property that's not on the ground floor, and that's why the condominium market's so popular with the international investors.
So 100% full foreign ownership?
Yes, hard title.
Hard title, yeah, and that's another question people ask. What's this hard title, soft title?
So a soft title is a property title that's actually doesn't legally belong to the owner. Whether a hard title is commonly given to a property in the Cambodian sense, it's built after, I'll get this wrong, and Grant from IPS will kill me, but it's built after a certain year, so I think it's 2012 or 2013. Recently finished building, where the owner can have a hard title on that property. But for old style apartments, a lot that are in sort of Dawn Pen are all soft titles, because it relates to, if you have an apartment building, then and the building burns down, for example, then there's who's liable for what and who owns what on the land, if that makes sense.
Thanks for explaining it.
Well, I didn't clarify it too well.
Complicated.
You're actually probably better off asking James from our team, who's more across the legal aspects.
Now getting back to the portal, you're also launching an application.
Yeah, so we recently launched our iOS and Google app. So we're super excited, and we're amazed at how many people are actually downloading the app. So it's one thing getting the app to market and ready to download. But we're running at over 100 downloads a day, and we're generating a lot more inquiries for our agents and for the developers as a result of launching the app. One of the best things for the user is it's just super fast.
And your portal, I think people think of the property market more like Phnom Penh. Is your portal countrywide?
Yeah, we're countrywide. We generate leads for our agents in Battambang. We generate a high volume of leads for our agents in Siem Reap. And then in line with the sort of development of the industry and people starting to look at different areas in Cambodia for investment purposes, we're starting to generate a lot of leads for Sihanoukville, a lot of land, and then for the developers themselves in Sihanoukville, we're generating a high level of leads.
Is Sihanoukville finally developing?
Yeah, it is. There's more and more infrastructure projects going on. Obviously, the port is in Sihanoukville, the special economic zones. There's recently sort of released rail networks and roads, and so accessibility is improving to Sihanoukville. Tourism's growing, rapidly year on year for Sihanoukville.
And Siem Reap?
Siem Reap is as well. There's less sort of investment opportunities for international buyers in Siem Reap. That's mainly due to, if I'm a developer and I'm looking at Siem Reap, a hotel's a natural choice because there's so much tourism, but also because you cannot build above the height of Angkor Wat by law.
So that explains why there's no...
Yeah, so there's no super high rises in Siem Reap.
Wow, I didn't actually realize that's interesting, because they used to be a very much applied to the palace here as well.
Yes.
But now it's sort of a certain area.
It still is in relation to the palace, but yeah, there's a radius.
Yeah, okay. And the prospects for foreigners looking to buy into the condo market, what would your suggestions be?
I definitely look at some of the projects in Sihanoukville, based on having to book accommodation down there recently in the middle of rainy season and every hotel was full.
Really?
I mind you, I had to book 7 rooms. It was only on the weekend, but there was only 1 or 2 I could get into, right? So, Sihanoukville, we think is going to be a really popular market for investors. It's somewhere I'm looking at. There is good opportunities in Phnom Penh. Some of the commercial units are really good investments, we think. The lower end condo market, I'm super interested in as well, because I believe this is where a large majority of the expats will stay in sort of your nice apartments, but sort of cheaper because they're in an area like BKK3 or Tulkork. And then for the high-end condo market, above 150,000 sort of properties, as long as the area is good and the quality of construction is there, then investors should still be able to get a return over a longer period of time. I think gone are the days where you can buy a property and then tomorrow try and resell it and make good profit on it in Cambodia.
Okay. So besides the show, and again, congratulations on the application that you launched. Any other future plans for realestate.com.kh?
Yeah, we are. We're looking to launch a video series on property very shortly. We still continue to, proudly work with the Khmer Times to produce their real estate section. We've just recently printed the latest edition of the Cambodia Real Estate magazine. Our website is recently launched in Chinese as well. Okay. So we're already generating leads from Hong Kong, from China, from Taiwan in Chinese language. We've got a real focus on developing our Chinese products at the moment. Our WeChat account's going super well. We're getting hundreds of views on our articles now, which is a great result, and credit to our Chinese team for that.
Okay, well, we look forward to the show. Again, October
6 and 7.
Yeah. Nagaworld.
At Nagaworld, yeah.
Free admission.
Free admission. Lucky draw prizes, door prizes, giveaways.
You don't even need to give lucky draw prizes. You get this. There's going to be a full crowd as usual. Great list of
Yeah.
speakers.
Yeah, I think we're going to release the speaker agenda sooner this time, so
Right.
people can really plan their attendance, because we know that that's what they really want, is to learn about the market before they make an investment.
And some of the latest developments.
Yeah, so we've got some of the developments that were there last time, some of the ones that have recently launched, a lot of condo developments, some commercial investment opportunities as well, but super great for the local buyers. This time we have a lot more Bore and local developers as well. So and then to reflect that in the seminar room, we'll have some people presenting in Khmer, some people presenting in English, and then others presenting in Chinese.
Fantastic.
All with the live translations, and so we're all very well set up for this seminar room.
Okay, well, Tom, we look forward to the show. And where could you get your magazine that was just recently distributed?
So you can pick it up from, you can contact us, we'll send you a digital copy, but yeah, most of the leading cafes, business centres, and condo buildings, agent offices, so yeah, you should see our magazine everywhere within the next few weeks. We're just starting to distribute now.
And download the app from Google.
From the Google Play Store and from the Apple Store, yeah.
Keep up with the latest developments in the real estate market here.
Yeah.
Tom, thanks again.
Thanks
Nice
so
to have
much.
you for the third time.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Thanks, Anthony. And we'll look forward to you presenting at the real estate show.
My pleasure as always.